So do we have any questions, Emily?
The first question, can you use the template for somebody without deafblindness?
Absolutely, you could. You would just need to delete anything that you thought was irrelevant to your client. If you're using this template with someone who you would describe perhaps has multiple and complex disability, then you may find that actually keeping those prompts in the template will help you re-look at some of your clients through a deafblind lens and maybe perhaps discover or seek information about their vision and hearing levels, but also about their visual processing and auditory processing levels, in which case you might find that the template in its deafblind version is far more useful than you thought it might be for your clients without deafblindness.
The next question that's come through is this accessible on an iPad?
I believe it should be accessible in all digital formats. Kat, did you want to comment on that?
So yes, I'll jump in here. It is accessible, and the best way to access it is via the Word app on the iPad. Thanks, Melanie.
Thanks, Kat.
Some of the images in the document don't have alt text. Is that correct?
That's a question for Kat.
Yes, it is. They don't. Some of the graphics have been marked as decorative, as they are just adding visual appeal but no information. There is one exception to the rule, which is the client image on the front cover, which, due to its positioning, can only be kept as decorative. But as the client's full name is on the cover, I think it's fair to just leave it as decorative. Thanks, Melanie.
If you've got any further questions, could you please send them through? Otherwise, we'll wrap up in the next few minutes. Okay, one more question. Can you embed videos you already have from Vimeo?
Yes, you should be able to from any video format using the word feature insert video or insert media from the menu, and then you choose your URL, the web URL for that video, and it will insert it into the web document.
Okay, we have just had another question. Can you please tell us again where to access the template? So I might just share the PowerPoint slide again that showed where that is, which is here.
So the website URL is www.deafblindinformation.org.au. You go to the Living with Deafblindness menu along the top. Then on the side menu under that, you choose Deafblind Communication. And then that will drop down a menu and you choose Individual Communication Handbook from that menu there. And then on screen is displayed what that page looks like. And just above the image, there's a link that says download the Individual Communication Handbook template. And that's in Word format.
I will find the URL and post it in the chat now.
Just a note, if you create this document in Word, you save it as a PDF, you need to be aware that you may lose some of the accessibility features. They don't automatically convert.
Okay, the link is now available in the chat. of the document.
A note to our users on that same page on our website. On the right-hand side, there's a little link if you want to provide any feedback. So if you start to use the template and you'd like to provide the project officers with feedback about the template, there's a link there that takes you through to a form that you could submit your feedback to us.
Okay, so one of the issues that you might have when you're using the document is moving the images around the page easily. Kat, can you tell us why that might be?
Hey, thank you. So images, to make a file accessible, the images need to be set to be inline. So it ensures that the images are interpreted by a screen reader, one after the other in a logical sequence. So whereas other programs, you might be able to move them around, Word relies on images being in line.
Okay, cool. Last chance to pose your question, please, people.
All right, we might wrap it up there, and we just thank you to Kat for co-presenting with me today, to our interpreters Georgia and Neil, and our captioner Lee, who stepped in at the last minute after a cancellation. So we're very grateful to her for that. Just a reminder, when you end the webinar, to complete the feedback about the webinar. We appreciate that very much. We'll see you next time.